Welcome to the U World Order Showcase Program, the platform dedicated to highlighting visionary entrepreneurs and coaches who are shaping the U World economy. Each week, we're celebrating the power of the individual and coming together to uplift and empower one another to reach new heights of growth and prosperity as we showcase a coach, company, or entrepreneur stepping out to be the change they want to see in the world. With our collective efforts, we're creating a world where every person has the tools to realize their full potential and thrive like never before. Join us today as we chat with this week's guest to learn how they got started, what they're doing, and how they're making a difference in shaping the U World Order.
Hi, and welcome to the U World Order Showcase program. Today, we're speaking with Pamela. She is an incredible midwife and naturopath with an impressive 40 years of experience and a vast range of knowledge from working in 9 different countries and assisting with over 2,000 deliveries. Pamela is an advocate for natural remedies and techniques for women's health and well-being, such as herbs, homeopathy, flower elixirs, essential oils, reflexology, and E.F.T, also known as emotional freedom technique, and the body code. Pamela is passionate about helping women understand their different hormones throughout their lives and the importance of helping them thrive during their monthly cycle. She is an invaluable resource for women looking to improve their health and wellness naturally. Please help me welcome Pamela to the show. Welcome, Pamela. It's so nice to have you here. Everybody is dying to know what it is that you do.
Okay, so I am a holistic Scottish midwife. I've done over 2,000 deliveries. I did home deliveries, but I then stopped doing them because it was complicated in France. And for the last couple of years, I've just been trying to find out where my passion and where I wanted to go. And it's just recently, in the last 18 months, I suddenly realized that people were just having so many problems with their hormones and in the menopause. And I thought, well, I could do the menopause, but then I thought, no, you need to go earlier. You need to get people, younger people, even adolescents, need to understand their monthly cycle because women don't. And that's what has become my passion. And a chart that I've looked at for years, all of a sudden I got this aha, that if I can teach people how to know where they are in their cycle, they can understand how their hormones are and they can manage their hormones. Just for example, you could even tell husbands this. I could save marriages because if a husband's got a delicate topic to discuss, never do it just before your period or during your period. Do it on day 10. You'll get a completely different answer. And that became my passion. And that's my mission. I just want to get it out there so that people can understand it's not their moods, it's their hormones. And by changing your diet, by changing your sleep habits, just by changing your lifestyle, you can really empower yourself.
I think women more than men tend to need to live in a flow. Guys, their hormones are always pretty much the same. Yeah, they might go up and down a little bit, but women are on a cycle, and there's different things during the month that are more advantageous to you, I think is what I hear you saying. And if you can allow your body to live in that rhythm, you're going to have a much better life just in general.
Well, what you said was actually very true, because we all have the circadian rhythm, which allows us to have our sleep, our metabolism, digestion, elimination, and all that. Now, we have that, and so do the men. Okay, but we have another cycle, is the infradian cycle, which is our monthly cycle. So every single day of our monthly cycle, we are not the same hormonally. And that's what women have to understand, because why is it we're always told, oh, it's your hormones? But your hormones, it's a 531 million dollar industry. So just to say that it's your hormones, I think that's underestimating it. And I think that we as women need to know that and get the power back to us, because it's not talked about enough. People
It's
don't
taught in
admit.
schools.
No.
Kids don't learn it. You get the sex education, but that's really just the mechanics
Mm.
and the what to do when versus what is your body doing and how can you live in alignment with your body. That would be such a powerful message to get to young girls. And then what about menopause? When you're in menopause, do you still cycle? What are your
Of
thoughts
course
on
you
that?
cycle, but if you've known what your cycle is from teenager, then that's going to help you with your fertility. That's going to help you not get pregnant or get pregnant when you want. But as you go into the perimenopause, because the menopause is only one day. The menopause is when you have not had a period for 12 months consecutively, then you are in menopause. All beforehand is a perimenopause or the postmenopause. So this whole thing is like, oh, this menopause problem. No, you're not in menopause until you've had 12 months without your period. And all this is false information. And I think one of the reasons I got so passionate was about it. A lady wrote in a blog and she said, I think I might be in the menopause. I think I'll ask my gynecologist. Huh? You should know that. And that's where my passion has come, is to get people between 25 and 40 interested into their periods so that they can use it to empower themselves. And then when they are going into the menopause, then they can look at it at a different level. Because the menopause isn't an amazing period, because you're going into a different part of your life, and it can be very enriching.
Yeah. From personal experience, I can say that I think postmenopause has been the best part of my life. So, how'd you get started in this?
Well, basically, as I'm a nurse and I'm a midwife, and I've been a midwife for over 40 years. And all along the way, I always looked for natural remedies. So I did reflexology. I'm an aromatologist. So I was always trying to find natural remedies because I believe in God, and I think we've got so many beautiful plants in this world. He gave them to us, so why don't we use them? And so therefore, I would always try and find a natural solution. Now, I'm not saying we don't need conventional medicine. We do. And I'm here because I had a car accident with my third daughter and I was in a coma. So I had to have her by cesarean. If we didn't have the conventional medicine, I wouldn't be here. But after all that time, I had a lot of medicines, so I had to do some serious detoxing with natural remedies. So I think it completes each other. I never say it's an alternative method. I say it's a complementary method. So the two go hand in hand. And, if people want to take hormone replacement therapy, that's fine. I'm just not a great believer in it. And I find natural solutions. And so therefore, the more I've got the medical training, but sometimes medical training isn't logical. And so therefore, I've never liked it when he just says, well, we just need to do this. But why? And so I always ask the question. And then if I could find a natural solution, then I found it. Most of the deliveries that I helped ladies with, they came out naturally because that's what they wanted. And because we respected nature. Okay, so that's my domain. I'm not the right person. If somebody wants to listen to the doctor, do the medicine route, do whatever, that's not me. I just believe there's another way, and for people that want the solution, we can always find a solution, and that's why I'm just passionate about it.
I think that's really amazing. And I think that you hit on something. Sometimes people either don't know that there are natural solutions to things, or they're not open to looking at complementary, not necessarily alternative things that you can do. Like you can go along and you can do the pharmaceutical intervention until the other more natural and the way that your body wants to heal can pick it up and move on. I've seen that work a lot of times.
Well,
So,
just another thing. Another lady, she came to see me. She was on two sleeping tablets. Okay, so I gave her a magnetic mattress. She loved it. She felt so much better. So she got that. She was sleeping better, but she's still needing her sleeping tablets. And it took us 6 months to slowly wean it off. So it's not, you can just say, okay, don't take this medicine and try this. It doesn't work. Sometimes you need the combination of two. And because I'm medically trained, I can understand the medical way, how the body functions, and how we can, with working with the doctor, working with you, what's right for you. I mean, I could maybe take you off quicker, but it's got to be a win-win situation for everyone.
and some of it's very holistic. Some of it's mental,
Oh, yeah.
and some of it's physical, and some of it's just spiritual or energy.
Mhm.
And the three of them together, instead of just like it's all physical and it's just this one part, which is often what happens when you go to a doctor. They just look at the one thing that you're complaining about, forgetting that there's all these other components to it. And often I find that if you have somebody, a coach like you are, who is specializing in a certain area, that they can get, you can get more information to use in conjunction with what your doctor is saying. I'm not saying never go to the doctor. And I'm not saying that there's never a use for pharmaceutical intervention, because I do believe that there is a time and a place for drugs. But and doctors these days are like phenomenal when it comes to crisis management. You break a bone, I'm in the doctor's office. But you just having coaches around and available now, like there never has been so many opportunities to reach out and connect with people to find solutions to your problems. And coaches are more likely to look for like the genesis of what's causing your problem, rather than just trying to mask the symptoms or mitigate the symptoms. So,
and I agree totally. I think, you always have to find the reason. Like, I was talking to somebody and he said, oh, I didn't sleep well. I said, so why didn't you sleep well? And I asked him loads of questions and he said, oh, I like the way that you're asking the questions, because nobody had ever said that. You go to the doctor, say, I don't sleep well. Here you are, have a tablet. Have a pill, and that's, yeah, but why aren't you sleeping well? Is it that you're using your phone too late into the night? Maybe listen to nice music, have a shower, change your routine. Because why don't adults have routines? We put babies into routines for going to sleep. Why on earth don't we do it ourselves?
very true, very true. And even if my husband and I, he was a truck driver, so he's only been off the road for a couple of years, but we've decided to drink tea at night. We drink it around, 9ish, and then we turn lights out at 10. And it's kind of like a miracle thing for me, because I fall asleep at 10. I don't have any trouble with it. And he does too. But I think it's just we drink chamomile tea, which we believe, and a part of it is just what we believe, helps us fall asleep. So better than taking tablets, I guess.
No, but it's also the way that you present things. I remember I was in a gynecology ward, and after gynecology treatments, you often have a lot of bloating and a lot of gas. And so there was a medication that you could have, or I said, I could give you this amazing Scottish herbal remedy. So you can either have this wonderful, amazing Scottish herbal remedy, or you could have the pill. Everyone took the herbal remedy, because I gave it with such conviction and I knew it would work, and it did work. But I had to calm it down because they then started telling the doctors that this was better than his pills. So it was a bit complicated.
Right. And it's really hard to sell the natural thing for a lot of money. It always comes down to that. So let's look at what is your number one struggle with your business?
My number one struggle is when I was an active midwife doing home deliveries, I never had to look for clients because they found me. I'd got a reputation. And so therefore, by rebranding myself, I had a hard time to have to accept that I have to go out and rebrand myself. You know, I'm 65 and I just felt that I shouldn't need to be doing this. So once I've got over that, so my problem is getting the message out. I've made huge progress on social media, talking in front of the camera, because a year ago I would never be able to do this. And so that's been my biggest learning curve. And for that, you know, I joined a great community, and also my daughter, Olivia, is absolutely, she's a whiz, you know, and this, you know, she can do screen share, and she can sort out problems in 2 minutes where I could have taken about an hour. So it's just about rebranding myself and getting the message out there, to get people or women really to understand they need to take their monthly cycles more serious, because it does affect you in all aspects. And that's the message I want. So it's just me having to get out there and find new clients and get different openings on social media that people can see where I am. Because I'm sure that once people see and think differently, then there's going to be a lot of people that need this.
I couldn't agree with you more, Pamela. And I really appreciate you coming on and sharing with us what it is that you're doing to make a difference in the world. It's really
thank you, Jill, for giving me this opportunity, because this is, for me, is the more people that can see and the more people I make think that they can say, oh, well, maybe I do need to look into it, because we as women often don't pay as much attention as we should to our monthly cycles. And I think that's got to change. So I'm concentrating on 25 to 40-year-olds, because then I'm hoping they're going to be mothers, so they will be able to then teach their children. And then in time, I will be working on a school program for getting into schools. But that's more complicated because there's no funding for it. And it's tough. But it's not impossible. And it is my goal.
That's an admirable goal. So I should ask you before we leave, where can people get a hold of you, get in touch with you?
I think I gave you my I'm on Facebook. I have a Facebook group called Rage to Radiance. And that's a free group that you can just all join in, and I give daily posts, daily ideas that they can then communicate with me. I'm in France, so I know there's an hour difference. So I'm in WhatsApp, or I've got my my site, which is Pamela-igwe.fr.
Perfect. And we will put those links in the description below the podcast so people can reach out to you and connect. Thanks again.
And even just asking any question. And no question is stupid enough. And sometimes it's the most simple thing, and that can completely change. I mean, just like you drinking your chamomile tea, you could drink rooibos tea that's very hormonal, and that could change your hormonal balance. So that it's not complicated to manage your hormones. It's just very simple, but it just takes a little bit of time and thinking out of the box.
And knowing what your options are, which I believe you help people with. So thanks again for joining us.
I never. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to the You World Order Showcase program. We hope today's episode has inspired you to consider how you can leverage your unique skills and talents to be the change you want to see in the world. If you're ready to take the next step and turn your passion into a 5-figure part-time business, we invite you to schedule a private consult at heartlifecoach.com. During our Passion to Profit breakthrough session, we'll work together to identify your strengths, clarify your vision, and develop a tailored plan for achieving your goals. Don't settle for mediocrity or let fear hold you back from pursuing your dreams. With the right guidance and support, you can build a thriving business that brings you joy, financial freedom, and the opportunity to make a positive impact in the world. Head over to heartlifecoach.com today to schedule your Passion to Profit breakthrough session and take the first step towards creating the life you've always wanted. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on the You World Order Showcase program.